Ms. Vandana Maudgil, a dedicated educator with a master's degree in English and certification in NLP, has over 14 years of experience and currently serves as the headmistress at GD Goenka Public School. A lifelong learner, she is committed to creating safe, positive, and supportive learning ecosystems that foster academic excellence, holistic development, and life skills. Her leadership emphasizes continuous professional development for teachers and a nurturing environment where students thrive in academics, sports, music, and the arts. Guided by her clarity of purpose and passion for transformation, Ms. Maudgil is shaping future-ready individuals and driving meaningful change in the education sector. Hearty welcome, Ms. Vandana. Please proceed. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much, sir, for such a warm welcome. Very good evening, everyone. Greetings from Extra Mile. Extra Mile is an exclusive platform created by the founder of BTAG, Dr. Abdul Kalam, for providing online and offline training. Having a pool of resource person, Extra Mile is resourceful to provide on-site training on demand across India. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, I would like to extend my gratitude to Dr. Abdul Salam and Extra Mile Education and Training for giving me this coveted opportunity. I also extend a very warm welcome to all the participants present here. In today's session, Mr. Amol Sonavane would be discussing the proven strategies and revision modalities to excel in biology board exam 2025. Before we begin with today's session, there are some points I would like to quickly brief you about. Any query during the session can be conveyed through the meeting chat box. In order to have an interactive experience, you may clear your doubts by asking questions. And also kindly use the virtual hand raise button and wait for your name to be called for asking any other query. The participants will have the opportunity to receive certificates only after filling up the certificate and feedback form, the link for which will be shared at the end of the session. Kindly stay connected till the end of the session. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Dr. Abdul Salam. Dr. Salam is a distinguished CBSE resource person and master trainer who has made significant contributions to the education sector. Dr. Salam also serves as an assessor for the National Accreditation Board for Education and Training under the Government of India. He is a visionary founder and CEO of Extra Mile Education and Bharat Transformers Academic Group. Sir, I invite you to deliver the welcome address. But before that, I would like everybody to applaud for our sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Vandana. And good evening, everybody. And Happy New Year 2025. Welcome on board Extra Mile Education and Training. And very happy to begin with the much dedicated and devoted nation builder, Mr. Amol. So those who have joined today are very blessed to have his session. He has given a few sessions for Extra Mile, and earlier it was Bharat Sahodaya. Now we are going to listen to him on how to excel in the upcoming biology examination of grade 12. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining. And to begin with the year, we have made some changes in the certificate issuance. We have been using a Google form wherein teachers, educators fill up the form and make all the necessary transactions, and they get the certificates emailed. But from today onwards, they can instantly download the certificate from our website. With Amol sir's permission, I will take 2 minutes to show the teachers. It is applicable for teachers, not for students. Let me share. Sir, can I take 2 minutes?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you, thank you. Let me share the screen and I will show you. How to download the certificate. Hope my screen is visible. Vandana ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is
Okay,
visible.
it's visible. Okay. Just a minute. I have already logged in. Let me log out. Okay. So when you open the browser, you have to just log in with b-tag.in. So those teachers who have joined and are listening, please note, this is our website, b-tag.in. You click and this page will appear, wherein you will be asked to sign in or sign up. If you have already, this is first time, so you have to do the sign up. Okay, so this is the sign up page. This is just like any website or any, where you register and do the transaction down, the same thing. First, you have to make a sign up by giving your name. Please remember to give your name in full. The same name will be appearing in the certificate. So let us be very careful about the name spelling and all. Later it will be very difficult to change. It's not possible to change. We have to purchase once again. So name, full name. Then you can select whichever country you are. So mostly Gulf countries and all, they can select accordingly. The select option is available. All the countries select options are available. So accordingly, you can select the country code. So and enter your WhatsApp number. Okay, enter your WhatsApp number because the certificates and OTP everything will be coming to your WhatsApp number. So after entering the WhatsApp number, give a valid email address. You have to give a valid email address and which you have to remember the email address. Then create a password. When you create a password, you have to remember these things. Minimum 8 characters should be there. Lowercase letters, at least one uppercase letter and one number. Then sign up. Once you have signed up, you click the sign up. An OTP will come to your mobile, that is to your WhatsApp, and the same OTP you have to enter, and you are signed up. And now, once you are signed up, you have to sign in. Sign in with the email ID and the password you have created. So sign with the email ID and the password created. I will show you. So I am signing in. So when I sign in, I can see all the sessions conducted uh, last year, that means till December. You can view all the sessions. A page consists of 20 sessions. And you have to go to the next page. You can click the double arrow. It will take you to the next page. And today's session, we will enter once the session is about to be over. So we have conducted 65 sessions last year. All the 65 sessions are there and it's video. Their videos are available on YouTube. You can watch and you can avail certificate. And today's session we will be adding as 66. So once you select the session, any session, if you want to avail certificate, request certificate, you have to click request certificate. And here you have to give feedback, attended live or you watched on YouTube, your feedback about the session. Then amount is 150 and you accept the terms and conditions. Now you have to pay. Just like what you do for, ticket, aeroplane ticket purchase and all, flight ticket purchase and all you can do. It will be taking you to the payment gateway. So there are many options. You can do either UPI or you can use your card or you can use net banking. If you have any wallet You can add wallet also here. Mostly you will be using UPI, suppose. So you can scan this QR code for UPI. So that's all. Once payment is made, the certificate will immediately come to your WhatsApp. You can open in PDF form. It will be coming, and also on the page, your certificate will be there, which you can view and download. My certificate page is there. If you have, purchased any certificate, this page will be having your certificate session name and all. And here there will be a button, view certificate. Once you click, it will take you to another tab, and there you can download the certificate. So the certificate also will already come to your this thing WhatsApp, and also you can download the certificate. So that's all. Thank you so much. If we will be sharing the link as usual. There we will have the all the steps how to do it and all. Please take care. All the very best. Let's enjoy the session. Over to Vandana ma'am. Vandana ma'am, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for briefing us about the wonderful and the amazing techniques to download the certificate for these wonderful sessions conducted. Ladies and gentlemen, now amidst us, we also have Mr. Biju S. Pillai. He has a vast experience in the field of education in many capacities, including being the principal of many reputed CBSE schools. Sir, we are honored to have your gracious presence amidst us. I request Mr. Biju S. Pillai to felicitate the gathering with his kind words.
Thank you, Mrs. Vandana. Good evening to all. Happy 2025, and we have told goodbye to 2024 last day. And the last year brought us some happiness. Some months gave some unhappiness also. Some months taught us some lessons which we have to keep it in our mind throughout the life. So keeping all this in mind, we have welcomed the new year, and I wish each and every participants of Extra Mile wishing a very happy new year and a happy prosperous new year. And today our director sir has very clearly mentioned about the new system which we have brought. As we were listening to the educators, whenever they are opting for the certificates, it may take sometimes 2 or 3 days, and some schools they will be urgently requesting for the certificates. So this is the apt option which we have come across with, wherein as soon as you are approaching for the certificate, the next second in your fingertips the certificate will be ready. So today's session will be much valuable. We are having Amol sir with us, who has already taken many sessions very excitedly. And let us hope that biology paper will be more easy for all the children with the help of the educators who are listening to today's session. And welcome again. I remain. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. So, dear audience, can we have a virtual applaud for Biju Pillai, sir? Ladies and gentlemen, today, amidst us, we also have Mr. Amol Sonavane, the resource person for today's session. With a master's degree in zoology and a bachelor's in education, both from Mumbai University, Mr. Amol Sonavale brings over 20 years of experience in the field of education. He has served as a PGT Biology and head of the science department at Jindal Vidya Mandir, Vasant, Maharashtra, and has also led the Center of Excellence for Teaching and Learning at Jindal Education Trust Schools. Throughout his career, he has participated and won numerous awards in teachers' competitions, including project displays, elocution, and research projects. He has been recognized for his mentoring role in award-winning exhibits at the CBSE Science Exhibition at both the taluka and district levels. Additionally, he has conducted various social awareness webinars for students and teachers and implemented innovative teaching strategies, including playway methods and social emotional learning to enhance biology theory and practical lessons. Sir, it is a truly privilege to have you with us as a speaker for today's session. On behalf of everyone present here, I extend a heartfelt and warm welcome to you and to take over the proceedings of the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we want an applaud for you from you for Mr. Amol Sonavale.
Thank you so much. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Good evening, respected Biju sir, respected Salam sir, teachers, and yes, I have all the dear students who are attending this session. First of all, wish you all a very happy new year, and I'm happy that this is the first session of 2025, and it is like teachers and students both are there. That makes me happier. Earlier, the sessions only they were attended by teachers, whatever sessions I have taken here. Now it is our dear students also. So let us hope that it is an enriching session. It will help all of us. And of course, as it was said, that it is going to be an interactive session. We don't want one-way traffic. It should be a two-way connection. So let us begin. I'm sharing my screen here. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is visible.
Yeah. So welcome all of you again to all the blooming flowers and the gardeners. So flowers are the students, gardeners are the teachers, and persons like Salam sir, Biju sir, they are helping to utilize these flowers into beautiful bouquets, excelling them in their career. So let's proceed further. Yeah. So, dear students, first of all, I want you to take it easy. You are knowing the board timetable has rolled out, and even your practical examination will be there around the corner. The dates are given, the time span is given, you will be aware of that. So, first thing, take it easy. As you say in your style, Gen Z, what you call Gen Z, isn't it? Chill, yar. So, have a chill pill. Just chill, take it easy. Trust yourself. And now, all of you, though your video is on or not, just have a shake hand with yourself. Just have a nice shake hand with yourself and feel that you are trusting yourself. Yes, I want all the students to do that. That you trust yourself. That is the main thing. That's it. Very good. So, first, have a warm shake hand with yourself, believe in yourself, trust yourself, and let us enter into the preparation for biology. Yeah, so I want to tell you a secret. Yeah, I want to tell you a secret. Nowadays, whatever is going on round in the minds of the students. So, keeping that in mind, I have discovered one thing. And that secret is, there is ample of time. So, don't worry. If you would have seen the board date sheet and you would have seen the date when the biology exam is there and the papers below and later, and even this entire time span what we are having up to the examinations, there is ample of time. So don't worry. You have to fasten your seat belts. You have to pull your socks. That's it. But there's something what I want to tell again, there is a bad news. My God, what is that? The time is flying. Yes, the time is flying. But there is a good news. And what is that good news? Of this flying time, you are the pilot. You are going to sit in the cockpit and you are going to drive this time. So let us enter. Let us begin. Let us be the pilot of our flying time for this session. There are some ways which you should follow on your study table. Remember, children, the word I am using, study table. I literally mean study table. It is not a bed. It is not a sofa. It is not you are lying down on some couch. It is not something which is very soft below and you are sitting on that. Because now that is not the way you are going to sit in your examination center. It is going to be a bench, which is hard, which is tough. We'll come to that point later. So study table. While you're sitting on the study table, while you're on with your revision, or even if you have not started the revision, you have started your some subjects, some topics you are yet to study, or start your study. So certain things we should follow. First thing, whenever you start any concept, read that concept with utter concentration. Whatever you are reading it through a mobile, or you're reading it through your laptop, or you're on your PC, you're with the notebooks, whatever you are reading, preferably textbook or the digital matter. Whenever you are reading, choose the concept. You should know where the concept starts, where the concept ends. It may be a subtopic, or it may be a small topic of a subtopic. You are aware you have a map of the biology syllabus of 12th standard in your mind now. So just choose that particular part and read it. While you are reading it, you should be into it. You have to dive into it. You have to imbibe it. And the next step, what you have to do is close the textbook, or if you are using the mobile, keep it aside, or if you have your screen, your computer screen or your laptop screen, whatever, just press Windows D, the Windows button and D, the screen will go away. It will be your home screen. Take a notebook and pen and just note down whatever you have read. Try to do this. Read it, close the book, and just try to completely put your mind to task, completely put your memory to task, and jot it down. Whatever you are at that small concept, it could be anything. It could be any human system. It could be any process. It could be any association of ecology. It could be anything. Whatever you are reading, just jot it down. Now, just jotting down is not important. After you jot it down, you have to check it again. Quickly check it, whatever you are written. And suppose if you have missed anything, you will write it down. Suppose you have made any mistake, you will rectify it. But both these things you have to do with different ink. So you can have a blue pen, black pen, and a red pen, or you can have highlighters. So you can do these things, but do it with different ink. Because the things which you are forgetting, though you have understood, but while writing down, because of course it's going to be a written exam, children. So when you are noting it down, and while noting it down, you are missing it. Your memory is not giving it to you to write while you wrote it down. Then you should have a knowledge of that thing, that this is the thing, oh, I missed this thing, this is the thing, I went totally wrong. So that should be, and you should know, and you should keep that color ink fixed, whatever pen or whatever highlighter you are using, keep it fixed. Suppose for the things which you are forgetting, you are using a red pen, and for the things which you want to rectify, you are using black pen. So throughout your study, just keep it that. And then or highlighter you can use. So your revision notebook or your revision papers, whatever, they will have this type of look, what you can see. And then just follow a wonderful rule. Do it because I have done it and it helped me. Follow the day after rule. Hmm? Now, suppose today's date, today's first. What we have to do? Today you have read something. This, whatever you have done, you sat on the study table, you read with concentration that concept, or whatever concepts you have read, you have noted it down, you have underlined with different inks. So, whatever you have done today, you are going to revise it on third. Whatever you have done on first of the month, you will revise it on the third of the month. Whatever you have done on second, you will do it on the fourth. Now, on third of the month, you are going to have something additional to study. You are just not going to do revisions. So, whatever you are studying, the time for this and the time for this, you have to manage. Suppose if your study time, whatever from your assignments or whatever extra studies you do or your school timings, you come back home and for personalized studies, you are getting suppose 4 hours. So out of that 4 hours, you start with 4 hours from day one, day two, day three. Here you bring it to 3.5 hours. Half an hour, give it for that revision. This half an hour may differ, it may differ. It may be 10 minutes someday. It may be 15 minutes someday. It depends on the concept what you have studied. So on and so forth. Something on third, you are going to do it on fifth. What you learned on fourth, you will be doing on sixth. So you have to follow this day after rule. This will keep the things fresh in your memory. Now, when it comes to the end of the week, then again look at those things which you have marked in the red ink. Suppose if or written in the red ink or highlighted. Suppose if you are taking the red ink for the things which you are not able to recapitulate. While writing, you have missed out in that writing part. Suppose you have missed out that you are taking it as red. Then try to recollect that at the weekend. Or whatever, you can take a 10 days span. It's up to you. You can take a 5 to 6 day span. That whatever I have done for the 6 days, from day one to day six, and whatever it was missing, today is the time where I am going to again get back, dive into whatever I have missed out or whatever was wrong for these many days. So this is the day after rule, or you can call the day before rule. It's up to you. Yeah. And if you feel that some concepts you have understood, but not able to recapitulate that, I know this concept, yeah, I am thorough in this concept. But whenever I go for recapitulating, it is not coming in my mind. Whenever I try to write down some answer about it, I forget this particular part only. Then you explain it to your friend or to yourself in front of mirror. Explain it to someone. Catch hold of anyone in the home. Might have seen the movie Rang De Basanti, in that Amir Khan is preparing for that documentary and he catches the buffalo, he catches the small boy, and he says the dialogue of that documentary again and again about that Kakori rail loot. He keeps on saying that. So this is the way by which suppose like you feel, yeah, why only for this concept I'm going blank? I don't know. It creates irritation at times. I've seen students getting frustrated. So only this point I'm not able to. So I asked him which point. The child will say that. Again, I ask which point. And when it is done for 3 times, I said, tell me, explain it to me. And after the child explains, then when I tell him how to write it down, note it down, easily they are able to. And that has helped them. So yes, as it is, you can seek the help of peers and you can play teacher, as you might be playing in your childhood days, or you can stand in front of the mirror and you can explain it to yourself. So moving ahead, making the flowcharts or mind map. This again helps a lot. Suppose for this, there is like a chapter from a textbook. As an example, I have taken. So you can note down after you finish studying a chapter entirely, you can note down. Now, of course, though we have ample of time, but that ample of time we have to use it maximum for revision purpose. So you might feel that we don't have time to go for mind maps. You can download it. You can get ample of mind maps. There are ample of mind maps on the internet. You can get it. You can download it. You can take a printout, or just you can go through it on the screen. But remember here, I'd like to give you one tip. Whenever you are using mobiles or you are using the screens, see to it that you are using it before the twilight. I know it's not possible, but as a student, if possible, try to do this. Reduce the screen time. Why? Why? Because again, here there is biology. Our eyes are directly taking the rays of the mobile. They are light rays, different type of light rays, and our brain recognizes it as day, as if it is daytime. If we are watching TV or if we are watching any screen, those rays are not that intense. But if you're viewing the mobile screen, preferably you can use a laptop. You can use the goggles with blue light filter, and then you can move ahead. Fine, coming back. So you can use this mind map, or you can use this flow charts, which will help you a lot in recapitulating the chapter. Now, one thing you can do is you can take sticky notes. It's a very easily available material, but we can make use of it here. So how to make use of it? Let us see one example. Now, suppose this is emasculation of the flower, which is there for practicals also as potting, and which is there in the theory also, in principles of inheritance and variation. So in that, suppose this is a flow chart what you have made, and in this flow chart, you feel that yeah, I'm keeping on forgetting this when I'm writing this flow chart. So what you can do, once you have written a nice flow chart or you're taking a printout of that flow chart, if you're missing something, just stick above it a sticky note. That this is the thing which I keep on forgetting. This is the thing which I keep on forgetting. Keep that sticky note on it. Try to look at it, because every time, like, it may not be possible to write it down. You have to do a lot of studies. There are different subjects also. So every time it won't be possible to write it down again and again. So after 3-4 times of writing practice, written practice, not continuous or at a stretch, you might gather it in your mind. Okay, after doing it for 3-4 times, also somewhere I missed this point only. Then you can keep a sticky note on it, and then you can take your own test, and you can just check it out. This method also works. Okay, this is a beautiful flow chart from our textbook itself. They are telling the flow of a process. Now, while you are doing any flow chart, either this or this, we see that in a flow chart, the next step in the flow chart, the next step should be in connection with the previous step. It is, we say it as flow diagram, we say it as mind map. So it has to be connected with the next step. This will help you to analyze or answer certain competency-based questions. Now here, this is again a mind map. Now in this mind map, again we can go for the sticky notes type of methodology, where you can see here decomposition, fragmentation, like this is about ecosystem, the chapter ecosystem. Children, I will not introduce about the topics and all, because of course you all know the topics. So ecosystem, and in that, in this mind map, you can see the various components of the chapter. Now here you feel like this concept, particularly I'm forgetting certain things in this. So you can again have sticky note on it, or below it, and then on the top you can write fragmentation, and below you are written a short description of this. Or you can fill the entire mind map. You can fill the entire mind map with sticky notes, and on those notes you can scribble or you can write in short that what it exactly means, what is there in that. So for why I have taken particularly this as an example ecosystem, because here you have to make use of your memory. Along with logic, you have to put your memory to task, and remembering is needed more here. So remembering, understanding type of questions can be complemented as per the Bloom's taxonomy, if you are aware of that. So that can be complemented here, or even competency based questions can be taken for these topics, and this method will help you. Suppose here where somewhere there is always a confusion in the pyramids of numbers and biomass and energy. There you can again use this sticky note and you can go for it. Okay. Again, an example. Entire chapter is seen here as a mind map. Try to get the difference between mind map and flowchart. I think you have understood it. Okay, this is an example of questions. How this flowchart method or how this mind map method is going to help you. So certain competency focused questions, they are asked in this form, wherein you have to write what is A, what is B in this. Here you can see, this is like, you can see this is from the biogas production. This is from human health. So like that, we can put to use. Moving ahead. Molecular basis of inheritance. So, this is my experience of every year. Students will say, sir, you do revision of other topics later on. But first, please revise again molecular basis of inheritance. Now, the teachers are putting their complete efforts to explain this chapter. But what happens is that this chapter is mixed with a lot of chemistry. This chapter is actually mathematics without numbers. So it doesn't have that typical bio type of touch of anatomy or physiology. It is a mixture. So somewhere it may happen, not with all students, somewhere it may happen with some students that the recapitulation factor goes less. But then, of course, it is a challenge, and that challenge is overcome every year. So this method you can do. Animated videos are the best. So suppose if you are preparing for this chapter or you want to revise this chapter, you Gen Zs can search for animated videos. I will like to show some animated videos for this, like for example. Just tell me whether the screen is again. Give me a moment. Just a moment. Excuse me. Now, is my screen visible here? I'm sharing
Yes, sir.
again.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Okay. So, is it visible now?
Yes, sir, it is
Uh,
visible.
Okay, okay. Now let's go to some videos from YouTube, wherein just these are exemplars. I will not show much of this thing. You see how molecular basis of inheritance is nicely animated. Just uh, put the video on mute of this because we just want to see some exemplars, like how they are going and how it is fitting the concept in the mind. Here they are explaining the process. Certain other explanations we can go. I'll take you to another video. See this. So here it is explaining that how stepwise it is entering into the cell. It is beautifully they have done, like no words. So the nucleus, the chromosome, and how the chromosome now they will amplify it. It is the bundle of DNA, the coil of DNA, then the DNA segment, the DNA fragments. So on and so forth. You will get nice videos for molecular basis of inheritance. Let us go back to the presentation. Yeah. Is it on the screen? The
Yes,
presentation?
yes,
Thank you, ma'am.
it is
Thank you.
visible, sir.
So the animated videos and follow the same method. You are knowing the concepts now, children. You are aware of the concepts. So once you finish with one concept, like suppose you are done with transcription, you pause the video and then note down whatever you understood and follow that different inks and different colors. You can again rewind the video and you can watch it again and keep it in your mind. But then again, as you have watched it as an animation and you are going to revise it in the text form, we should have some intermediate way so that it will be better recapitulated. And the way to recapitulate is making models using any material available at your home. I know it is a bit crucial. It's no time to make models. But then there is no like this is the best way. If you are having a tough time with this chapter and you have understood the concept, then just it it is crucial thing. You have to manage your time, but it is highly effective. Trust my words, it is highly effective. So make a quick model, send a photo to your teacher, or send a student, one of your friends who is very thorough with this chapter, who knows this chapter in and out. We can take help of our peers. Like suppose mastics you are using and making the model, you can use the pulses, the seeds at your home, the dry fruits. See to it that it doesn't go waste. You are making these models in a steel tray or some tray, and you are keeping those, arranging it. It could be a chain of DNA. The polymer is opening, and something will act as RNA polymerase. All these things you are making it in, and you are trying to recapitulate how the process is. You can use the dough, and by taking the dough, you can roll it, and you can make up as clay modeling. You can make a plasmid out of it. You can use the gene cutting, and you can just show it. You can take pics of this, of course. And the thing is that as we have to manage our time, we are the pilot. So distribute the work among the peers. Like your friends, you can tell you work on transcription in eukaryotes. I will work about prokaryotes. You work about the model for making models, easy models, and explaining. As you can have a WhatsApp video call, you can have a Zoom meeting amongst yourself, and then you can explain to each other that I have done this way, I have done that way, and this is it. So are there any inputs? So you can have such time of 15-20 minutes. You can make your groups, or in the classroom also you can use this revision method effectively. Moving ahead with chapters like biotechnology, the same method you can use similarly the this for the chapters where you have all those methodologies of biotechnology, both the chapters of biotech. Yeah. Let's come to the next way, age-old method, tabulation. So from the Gen Z method, I'm coming to the millennium method. That's our generation, but it's a evergreen method, tabulation. Tabulate the information while you're studying. Simple, and it will give you results. For certain things, this works wonders. Organ location, whether it is paired or unpaired, for again the function of that organ. Any, like you can go for again the reproductive system is there. Reproductive system of human male, human female. There we can have this type. You can add more columns to this. Some examples like contraceptive method from the chapter reproductive health. Are there any types in that contraceptive method? What is the way of execution? What is the surety of it? Means you can add your own columns in that, and your way you can revise. And again, you can follow that. red ink, black ink, blue ink, whatever, highlighter, and of course the day after rule. Microorganisms, again, human health and diseases. Here is a segment of a question paper where making table method has helped the students. Like already that table format is there in the mind. And here the information they had to just recapitulate. It's from a board sample paper. Sample paper issued by board. From there I have quoted this question. Again, this is like from the drug abuse, human health and diseases. Again, tabulation has helped here. So you can tabulate the concepts and examples of evolution. This chapter again, it is more informative because as such, evolution is in the theory mode. Darwin's theory of evolution. It is not law or it is not principle. Though some principles are put to use, Hardy-Weinberg principle. So they are put to use there, no doubt. But then the theme of evolution, it is yet in the theory mode because we can't go with a time machine to see the things. Whatever bones are found, whatever fossils are found, and we are able to construct the animal or the plant with that, we are not getting the missing links. Or we have to hypothesize, but of course it is based on scientific findings. It is based on certain scientific calculations. So tabulation method is going to surely help you for topics like evolution. You have to make those tables. You have to write, for example, human evolution. You can write the various stages of human evolution, how much time span before it was on the earth, what are the features. So this is like, will give you a quick recap of the things. Where I have seen like about plants, when it comes to plants. For that children, your knowledge about plant kingdom from 11th standard has to be strong. If you are feeling problem with the evolution of plants, they are given just a image in the textbook. But you tabulate it. You think about it. What is the coelophyton? Why it is going to these pteridophytes? So why it is called as a blind offshoot? These all things you just first make a table, and if you are having doubts, clarify with your teacher or clarify with some authentic websites on Google. The topics like organisms and population, where examples are there, there also you can use this tabulation method. You are having different associations of biology. Those associations you can write and you can tabulate it, and you can write the examples in some another column. So you can do it. Okay, now memorizing. As I told you, if you want to keep the thing in your memory, select the study table from today itself. Take a chair. Could it be a plastic chair, wooden chair, anything? Proper chair, table, erect posture. Your posture has to be erect. While you are jotting down, you can incline. You can incline, but don't bend. Don't bend. Be straight. Don't bend. Because as I told you at the start, you are going to write the exam in this mode only. You won't have any foam below to sit. You may not have AC on there. Okay, so I'm not telling you that create a hard environment. Whatever it is, sit on some hard surface in the position in which you're going to write the paper. So concrete concepts, certain concepts which are concrete, like some definitions are there, some data is there, from structure of DNA, the base pairs and all are there. So all these things, concrete concepts like examples, disease symptoms, then agents of the disease, types of the disease. So these are certain things which are to be memorized. Ratios, the Mendelian ratios, there's so many ratios in it. Biological associations, we spoke a couple of moments before. All these things Again, if you tabulate or whatever you note down in any way, you have to follow. Either you wake up, whatever you follow. Some of the students, they are comfortable in sitting late. Some of the students, they are comfortable in waking up early, whatever. So if you are retiring, you are going to bed, you are drowsy now. "Ah, I want to sleep. I can't." When you are like on your study table, you're studying, and the letter appears two, three, your notebook, you're seeing, is it a single letter or two letters? So at that time, pause, and all these things, the examples from the entire textbook or these symptoms and this is what you feel you are not able to recapitulate, you are not able to revise it, or you need to keep it in your mind. This is the time where you can do it. Those who wake up early, those who have the habit of waking up early, as soon as they wake up, we can do this thing. Of course, finish off with the morning events and then get comfortable, and immediately you can sit and first see this thing. It takes hardly 20 minutes to see, for even for all the subjects. If you do this, just I'm telling you the time span, 20 minutes to maximum half an hour it will take. To you have to make a timetable accordingly for other things also, and then this, it will keep fit in your memory, because when you are about to sleep, your brain is receptive at that time, and when you wake up again, your brain is receptive. So that is done. It was, I heard a story in my childhood that to make language learn to some people who are not native, they let them sleep and they played a videotape in which there was translations and of those languages. When they used to fall asleep, someone used to play that. So I heard this, if parents, your brother, sister, anyone at home, they can find time to do this with you, like this particular segment. I'm not able to. I tried. So you can have recording. You can record it. You know all these things. It's so easy now. Earlier, like it was the time of tape recorder and the cassette. So you can record it in your voice, that particular concept. And you, of course, you have to trouble parents or brother, sister, whoever. And when you go in deep sleep, tell them that play it without disturbing your sleep. So of course it is a tough thing, but if they can do for you for certain concepts which you feel यार ये हो ही नहीं रहा है, not able to, क्या करूं? Those things, that part of your textbook, read it in your voice, record it, and tell them to play without disturbing your sleep. When you are fast asleep, at that time, any time in between, they can come and they can play that. And you will see when you are recapitulating it, when you're trying to learn it, it will be easier for learning it. Moving ahead, revision through diagrams. Now, what is done, children, the diagrams are left, many of the students, excuse me, they just ignore the diagrams. Anybody can make a simple sketch. As we have derivations for physics, derivations are there in chemistry, in mathematics we have. So diagrams are derivations in biology. It is a proof what the scientists, what the biologists have observed, and they have tried to put it on the paper. So you try to read the diagram, relate the diagram with the text matter of it. So that is again another way. Now for this particular thing, collect the diagrams which are unlabeled. First thing, again you will get it on internet. Make a Word file of it, make a PDF of it, whatever. Take printouts of it. Like you can see, this is unlabeled. Now, while you will be practicing it for labeling, even trace it out, even trace on it. Now, this is the thing what most of the students they do when they are compelled for homework. You have to draw the diagram and bring. They will keep the textbook, they will keep the notebook below of that page, and they will trace it. Then they will remove it. So we are able to catch looking at the size of the diagram, same size. And so actually That is done as a malpractice, but now you can do it to practice your diagram again and again, because no one is going to help you during your exams in this way. So you can take such printouts with you, draw the diagram, keep some notebook below. Let this page be a single page. On that single page, just you keep on the notebook and draw it properly, keeping on your study table, not holding in hand, of course. Keeping it on your study table, draw it. Remove that page. Then you can see the trace marks. Try to trace on those trace marks. Once you do this, once you do it this way, then again you will do it without somewhere where these trace marks are not there, on a fresh paper. And while you are doing this, parallelly I'm telling you, not separate time, read the diagram that this is the human male reproductive system. It consists of a pair of testes. So while you are making it, while you are drawing it, do it this way. Now, even practicing the diagrams, children, they say, yeah, you about tough way how to make it and all. For any diagram, start from the very much interior. As you can see this arrow moving. Here the interior one is the urethra. So for any diagram, don't start from outside to inside. Suppose it has got many parts. You start doing it from outside, then you come inside. There is nothing to, no space to draw. So better start from the internal most part and then go. I would have drawn one diagram, but of course, you have to cover many things as we are working on revision modalities. So this way you can do. So you have to read the diagram. You have to understand the diagram. Like, while now this is about, say, a human female reproductive system. You know the text matter. Speak the text matter, as we are going to in the earlier part of the session. What we had seen, that noting it down. Close the book and note it down. So for diagram also you can do that. You are drawing the diagram, keeping the written part of it in mind. While you are drawing the ovary part, say, yes, it consists of a pair of ovary. Say in your mind that I am drawing one ovary here, one ovary will be on the other side. It continues with the fallopian tubes. There is a bag-like pyriform structure called uterus. So you must know, you must read the diagram. You must derive the diagram as if you are a doctor or you are human anatomy scientist. You have opened up the body. You have to, as they would have done it for the first time, when they would have seen it for the first time, how they, like, it is this way, and they would have made a outline pencil sketch, and that is converted into the text matter. It is as simple as that. So outline sketch anyone can do. Try to do it. Only what happens is the proportion differs here and there. So by practice, you can master it. So then the TS and LS logic, in my earlier section, I had told about this. Like, if you are, like, what this diagram is depicting, you have to learn, you have to think about the diagram. Go from 3D to 2D logic. Let us see it. See now, TS of testis. You know the structure of testis. Now this is in the transverse section. Imagine the testis in three-dimensional. Again, internet, YouTube will help you, or any video site will help you, wherein you will get the animation of human reproductive system, male reproductive system, the testis, how they are externally, and what is this exactly seen. This is the section of testis. The testis is cut in its transverse way, and inside these are the seminiferous tubules. If you cut in the lateral section, if you cut in the transverse section, for example, this pen, if I cut it in this way, what will I be able to see? The outer boundary, the inner refill. So I will draw a circle within a circle. And inside that, I will just put some dots depicting the ink inside it. Now, if I cut it this way, then how I will be able to see? That is this way. The testis when cut in this way. That is the lateral section, LS. This is the transverse section, TS, when it is cut this way. Transverse section, when it is cut this way, it is lateral section. Okay, so try to get it and try to imagine the diagram with the text matter of the diagram, with the explanation of the diagram. Then diagrams, putting your imagination to task. You think about the scientists who have worked on this, the concept of operons, like again, molecular basis of inheritance, the concept of DNA, the genes, the things. DNA is visible, fine. But what about adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine? As such, we are not able to see. They are done by lot and lot of research work, continuous research work, undaunting efforts. And after that, keeping that biochemical reactions in mind, they have come to certain conclusions that it will be this, it would be this. Finally, Watson and Crick was able to make a model, and all those things. You would have learned all these things in 11th standard. So as they have put their imagination, you have to put your imagination to task when you are explaining about the lac operon. You are writing about the X, Y, Z, those genes, the permease, beta galactosidase. While you are doing that, it is your imagination, and that imagination you have to put into diagrams. So what you have to do, you have to read the diagram, not a text. Read the diagram, describe the diagram, speak the diagram, derive the diagram, and represent the diagram by an imagination. And again here, the sticky notes will help you. Again here, suppose if you are like, you are forgetting certain parts, put some sticky notes. You may not be able to get, you can take a printout. Suppose this reproductive system, for example, you can take one printout. You may take 4 to 5 photocopies after taking a printout. But after that, you can't go again and again. So have just one, you can have just one, and you can put the sticky notes and you can do the labelings for this unlabeled part. Remove the sticky notes. Again, use new sticky notes. So you can reuse the material, and it will help whenever you are doing, it will help in describing also. Let's move ahead. The final step of revision, of course, exercise questions. Don't forget the NCERT textbook exercise question. I have a big question to this generation. Why you are not reading the NCERT textbook? Why you are not referring the ncert.nic.in, cbscacademics.in, my dear Gen Z? Okay, so first NCERT, then you go for any other publication. NCERT. Everything, whatever it is, the book is prescribed by board. So NCERT exercise question, you can take your self-test. Open the textbook, look at that exercise question, the subjective questions. Look at there, yes, after finishing of the chapter, you can take your test on that chapter. You can play exam at home and you can access it. And again, the same way you can do. What you are forgetting, you can do with different ink. Whatever you have mistaken, you can do it another ink. So like that, exercise questions of utmost importance. Then comes the NCERT exemplar questions. From the NCERT website, you have got access to publications. And from there, you can go to those exemplar questions. So let us see whether, yeah, I will again take you there to the NCERT websites. Just a minute. Visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. So this is ncert.nic.in. Let's go back. So if you write NCERT exemplar, you can see this exemplar problem. Go there to publications. So many things. See this publication. In publication, ample of things are there, children. Exemplar problems. Go to exemplar problems. You can see here, class 12. Let's go to our class 12. Let's go to biology. And all the chapters are covered here with multiple choice questions. Only, of course, you have to take care of the rationalized syllabus. They have not removed the chapters which have been rationalized. And I'll give you one tip here because to reduce your time, there are model answers to descriptive questions. Directly click on that. Don't tell it to your juniors right away. Okay? Let them do the questions. Why I'm telling this? Because they have mentioned question as well as answer. Whatever descriptive questions are there, they have kept it in that exemplar. Chapter wise, they are giving the very short answers, all very short answers together. You can see that. Is it scrolling up properly? Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are able to.
Then you can see children as you move up, see short answer questions. So they have done a consolidation. Nice work they have done for this. But of course, I trust you, top secret. Don't tell it to your juniors right now. Okay, about this. Fine. It doesn't matter much, but let them. Okay. Now, another thing, if you go to publications, you can see there are some model question papers given by them. Explore it. It is not much in the pattern. We are following the pattern which is there on the CBSE website, but you will get some questions. You will get some competency-based questions there. So let's go back to our presentation. Are we there?
Yes, sir. We are.
Hmm. Yeah. Then competency focused practice questions. Again, this is a nice material done by CBSE. This document, you will find it. Easily you can find this document. Competency based materials. I'll share it again. You have to just write this competency focused practice question. Write this words, competency focused practice questions. See the questions. Here itself, when you have a quick view on that, talking about the competency focused approaches and the questions here. They are describing this is a free response type of question and it is a subjective question.
But sir, sorry to say, your screen is not visible right now.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll see it again. Yeah, I was talking about this.
Yeah, it is visible now.
I was talking about this. So competency focused practice questions. This is like just you have to write in the keywords in Google search engine and you will get it. So see this, children. Such a wonderful material it is. I was talking about a free response question. See this. Here they are describing that this is a subjective question and how it goes. So all this is for you and which will help you in your revision. Let's go back again to the presentation. Then board examination question papers. I don't want to take you there. You all know that on CBSE Academics website, you will get the board examination question papers or on any website nowadays, you write this PYQ. They have made a short form of it. Previous year's question papers. You will get board sample question papers. Every year board issues a sample question paper and that sample question paper can be, it helps. So it is not so for this year, I will refer only this year's sample question paper. You can refer. Even you are knowing now what is the rationalized part and all. So if you have doubt, you can ask your teacher that is this question from the rationalized part or it is not there. Of many years, they have kept it on the website. Fine. Now let us analyze the question paper pattern, which you should keep in mind while you are revising. But remember, it is revision. Revision. You are again putting your vision on it. So it is not just mugging up, or it is not just scribbling again and again, or like trying to just put it in your mind forcefully again. It is not like that. You have to revise. But first, let us see this. You know all these things. Section A, the questions in section A, questions in section B, 5 questions of 2 marks, then 7 questions of 3 marks, section D and section E. Now, if you see here, if you have a proper vision here, section B and section C covers the maximum chunk in all the aspects. Not only number wise, not only marks wise, but in all the aspects. How? I'll tell you. See, so first 2 marks and 3 marks question. Suppose you have now you are okay with your studies and you have selected I will do this 10 question papers. 10 to 15 question papers I want to do. I want to go through it. Now keep those 10 to 15 question paper constant, as we keep certain things as a constant. From those 10 to 15 question papers, first do all the 2 marks and 3 marks question. They form a major part. So from all those question papers, what are known to you, and then just do the 2 marks and 3 marks first. So it will cover the major chunk of syllabus, and then do the 4 marks and 5 marks. So why, children? Because if you see, like when you are doing this, you will analyze for yourself. When you attend some 5 marks question later on, like first you are done with all the 2 and 3 marks questions, then you are visiting the 5 marks and 4 marks question, especially the 5 mark questions. You will see that many of the questions are like a repetition. A 3 mark and a 2 mark question is combined as a 5 mark question, which won't be there in the same question paper, of course, but they are combined like that and they are asked. So this is an easy tip. If you want to master, now you're done with your syllabus, you are done, and then now you want to again go for deep-seated revision and affixing it in your memory, and you are now thinking of doing the sample papers and question papers, then do it by this way. Okay, then finally go for the MCQs. Not to skip them, okay, but do it after of those 15 question papers. Go for the MCQs. And while you are doing those MCQs, again you will experience that from these question papers, somewhere or the other, what you have studied. But be honest, while you are doing this 3 marks, don't look down there at the 4 mark or the 5 mark question or at the MCQs. When you are exploiting this 15 to 20 question papers, whatever you have, in that include the question papers given, the previous year question papers, the board question papers, and the sample question papers. And you can do question paper from any source, any resource, you can do that. Yeah. Then how you should do it? Suppose now you are done and now you want to sit, you want to practice. First thing, get the answer book the way it is in the board exam. Your teachers, your school will tell you about that you have an experience in your 10th standard. If any changes or anything new, your teachers will tell you that. The answer script, the answer book, the way it is in the board exam, get that type of answer book. Be ready with your question paper. Then make yourself comfortable. See, it starts at like you enter into the hall at 10 a.m. Be comfortable about say 9:45 or something. You should be ready with everything. You visit the washroom, you drink water. I'm telling you that you are doing this at your home. You are at your study leave now. You got your study leave for your forthcoming board exam. And then Now the revision and all is done. You're done with going through the question papers and all. And now you're taking a question paper to practice, to solve. So mimic that. Try to make that environment as much as possible. So just by 9:45 and all, empty your bowels or visit the washroom, drink water. At 10 a.m., sit. Just sit 10 a.m. Just enter and sit. At 10:15, start reading. So, of course, I told you use table and chair and have the reading time as it is in the board exam, 15 minutes. Now, children, why you have to mimic this reading time? It's very important to mimic or very important to have this reading time during your regular practice at home also. What happens is that during reading time, already we are excited. So when you get the question paper in hand, the first thing comes, what I know, what I don't know. Oh, I just have put this in option and this has come. Come out of that. And coming out of this, when you will do this practice of attempting the question papers, making a board examination environment around, that will help you. Today you are doing and you might feel, I know maximum answers in this. You have to come out of that. Reading time must be utilized for reading only. You are going through it. You are getting acquainted with the questions in the question paper. So that in that 15 minutes time, you get an idea that what are the concepts you need to note down in the rough sheet or the rough side. As for maths examination, it is suggested that the moment you get the question paper in hand, the answer book in hand, you note down the trigonometric tables so that if needed, you can refer. It is your own answer book. With pencil, you are noting down it somewhere. Formulas, you note down somewhere. As soon as you get the answer book with pencil or whatever, you can write their rough work and you can do that. So like that, when you are going on with the question paper in the reading time, you will come to know slowly and steadily that yes, this is the ratio, this question is on that ratio. So try to think it or just with pencil on the answer book only, not on the question paper, scribble it somewhere. A little part of it, not much, not much, because you are not allowed to write anything in that time when it is reading time going on, or you can just keep it in your mind apart from writing it. So reading time is to be done, is to be practiced. As you are going to practice the writing part, you have to practice the reading time. It is a time-tested method which CBSE has adopted, and now many boards are adopting as much as all boards are adopting it. So in your reading time, you start with section B. Don't look at the MCQs. MCQs won't take much time during reading. Go for section B first. While you're going with section B, section C, section D, in the case studies, when you come to the question of case studies, don't be so meticulous at that time of reading, because it could be something where you have to rack your mind. They are highly competency focused questions. So you just go through and get a know-how. Okay, this case study is from this chapter. It is on this concept. Go, finish off, utilize. So you should know that in that 15 minutes reading time, you are able to say hello to the question paper. You are coming to get a good know-how about the question paper. Follow it meticulously. It is not the time to put the tick. I've seen many students, they put the tick mark on the MCQ answers in the reading. It is not for that. Remember that. So a chunk of your time, say 10 minutes, you are devoted from section B to the last section, to section E. Then the last 5 minutes of reading time you give to MCQs. Go through it. Just go through it. No need to put a tick mark with pencil or something on the question paper. Once done, of course, this you are going to practice at home. Once you practice it at home, during board exam, you won't find anything tough to get on with the reading time and give it a serious attempt. Whatever papers you are going to practice at home, give it a very serious attempt and excel in your exams. All the best. Follow these tips and work hard. Of course, there is no substitute to hard work and dedication. May this new year bring glory in your life. And thank you. Thank you for the patience listening. Thank you for giving me a chance to tell you the modalities what I have been imbibing, telling my students and getting fruitful results. There are many things which we do, but then these are the things which have given me fruitful results over the time. So thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Uh, Thank you, Amol sir. Your words of wisdom have added on the intellectual pursuit of our esteemed participants. Thank you, Amol sir, for sharing such valuable strategies. It was an insightful session where you highlighted the art of taking things at ease and dedicating ample time to what truly matters. The emphasis on learning through flowcharts and mind maps, along with the practical tips and secrets, will surely inspire our blooming flowers and their gardeners across generations, from millennium to Gen Z, enriching their lives in meaningful ways. So, dear participants, let's put our hands together. Let's put our hands together to celebrate Mr. Amol's amazing contribution to our learning journey.
Thank you.
And now, however, I think a few participants might have some queries, sir. So we'll have a question answer round now. The participants, if you have any query, so kindly write down in the chat box so that sir can answer about that.
They can raise their hands so that they can directly ask.
Okay, you can just raise your hands if you have any query.
Raise your virtual hands. We will unmute you.
Good
Nasneen.
evening, everyone present. Sir, first and foremost, thank you so much for this presentation because I felt like God, thank God this came by because I was really stressed out for how to prepare, let it not just bio, but like for all of the subjects as well. So I feel like this is something that really hit me, and from tomorrow onwards, let's say Jan 2nd, I'll start doing this. And so my doubt here is handwriting and any pens which can be good because I have a messy handwriting personally and I've improved a lot. That's something that I can say. But during the 3 hours, you feel stressful. What to write? You are like under pressure. I feel what my personal opinion is that our brain works more than our hands. So how can I calm myself down at that time?
Nasneen is a student, right?
Yeah. Are you Nazneen?
Yes,
Sorry.
I'm a student.
Okay, Nazneen. Nice question you have put up. Actually, to bring this barrier, thinking and writing, the thinking speed and writing speed, it doesn't match. So at times the handwriting becomes unpresentable or illegible. And you are telling you have worked on that. So congratulations for that. So what you can do, now when I told you certain methods of like revision, you were there from start of the session, Nazneen? Nazneen, you were there from the start of the session? Okay.
Yes, I
Okay,
had been.
okay, fine. So, what I told you, like when you are reading a concept, while you read a concept, you close the book and you note it down. Now, while you are noting it down, you can do some additional practice to overcome the problem or challenge what you are facing. Your thinking speed and writing speed to match it up. what you can do is for those 5 marks questions where you have to write a bulk, there while you're practicing, when you're going to practice the question papers, at that time, take a pause, means not much pause, take pencil and in the rough work, note down the points immediately. I'm telling you, you are amidst your practice examination, not during the board examination. During board examination, you must overcome this challenge. You are taken a question paper, you are solving it, and you are come to the, and what I will suggest you during the practice, while you're doing the practice, you start with section E. Start with section E. Do ample of practice of section E questions this way, separately also. What you will do, take, you see some question which is like having a good, the answer will be a good bulk of information. And you know that. And now you are excited that I want to write this. But your thinking is superseding your writing speed. Make a rough column, nicely make a rough column, and in that rough column, with pencil, whatever your thoughts are there, that you just scribble. Whatever thoughts, so that speed matches. Our scribbling speed will definitely going to match. That scribbling will be understood by you. Whatever is coming, it may not be in sequence. It won't be in sequence. Whatever you are recapitulating, you just scribble it down. And once you finish that, okay, I'm done with this 5 mark question. This information will be enough to suffice what is asked. After putting those points, then you put number to those points. See, this is you are going to do during the practice time. Suppose you have written it on 10 separate lines and they are in random order. Whatever you are remembering, you are going on noting down. They are in random order. Later on, give number to those. So now from your memory, it has come on the paper. Now you are relaxed that yes, it has come on the paper. This much is the information what I'm going to present in the answer. And then you arrange it point wise and then fare it up. Okay. So this you do repeated practice for 5 marks questions separately. And while you are practicing the question papers at home, at that time you do it. So you will be able to overcome this challenge during your board exam. Be sure for it. Does it answer you, Nazneen?
Yes, thank you so, so much. It really helped out.
Yes, yes.
Any other question from any other participant? Kindly raise your virtual hand if you have any question.
Okay, I think it was self-explanatory because the
Yes, sir. I
presentation
think
was very simple and
it was a crystal clear session.
yeah, crystal clear.
Hence, we do not have any queries. Thank you so much.
Hope so.
So, I would like to extend our gratefulness and appreciation for Mr. Amol Sonavane for enlightening us with boundless discourse. I'm sure we'll apply these tenets in our teaching methodology and ensure our young learners reap maximum benefits out of it. So, dear participants, the certificate procedure have already been told to you. So, I, Ms. Vandana Mudgil, along with Extra Mile Education and Training, would like to thank Dr. Abdul Salam for his boundless support and guidance. Thank you, sir, for such a great opportunity. And most importantly, thank you a million times to all the participants for their enthusiasm. I sincerely hope we earned the privilege of your time. Thank you, and over to you, Salam, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Amol. You could have seen the chat box. It was a wonderful session by the audience have commented. So thank you so much for your valuable time that you have spent for the children and the students and the enormous effort you have made in presenting the revision modalities. So thank you so much. May God bless you. Definitely this will help the students and teachers. And equally thankful to Vandana ma'am. That was a wonderful moderation. Very nicely done. Thank you so much.
you so much.
And all the students and teachers who have joined, hope you have enriched yourself and you have removed all the darkness from your minds with regard to biology exams and concepts. So let's take care, let's practice well. And you can reach out to us at any time. And Amol sir is always on the job, and he will definitely help you. If you have any more questions, you can take the help of teachers who are in the group of biology of B-Type. Thank you so much once again. Thank you, Mr. Amol and Ms. Vandana, everybody. Have a good night. See you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Thanks.